Hey everybody, welcome to the back nine tournament front nine dial-in. We are featuring Tommy's guides for the front nine. And it should be pretty fun. Looks like a good time here. And we need a top spin 7. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got one of these. That'll work. Okay. So we'll give it a minute, let everybody show up. And then we'll get going. Hey, thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. Hey, Ace. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Jackie. Jackie's in the house. Hey, Mark. Thank you. All right. We're going to be looking at Tommy's guide for the front nine. Doing a dial-in, taking notes. So, the way dial-ins work is we get 3 practice shots at it if we need it. And if I go and drop one, then we'll go live immediately on the next shot. We won't need to take a bunch of practice on that. But we'll get through every hole in the front nine, get them figured out as best we can, and get ready for this OR. Pretty exciting with this new course. This back nine course looks harder than the front nine did, that's for sure. I hope everyone's got a cup of coffee or something to drink and ready to get rolling. Hey, Bailey, thank you. Glad you're here, Bailey. We're going to give it a couple more minutes and let everybody kind of get going. I played my QR for my legacy this morning, and I dropped hole 1, par for a hole in 1, so that was pretty cool. Got that out of the way early so we could focus on this OR. Oh, music. That's what we're missing. There we go. Let me run to the restroom real quick. I'll come back and we'll get going. All right. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for the good luck. Glad you're here. Gianni, glad you're here. All right. So, Tommy's guide, front nine. It looks like they are done with the front, so we should be good to go. We are going to start with Tommy option 1. Looking for the hole in 1. So this shot's played at P10 max rest. We want a top spin boost 7, side spin 4, P8 plus. We're going to set up at P10 max rest. Red, bottom red, kind of left bottom red to the rough fairway. We're going to give it all the boost and 2 right. And then we are going to check our wind angle and shift right if we need to. Hey, Remy, thank you for the good luck. Glad you're here. All right, so we'll shift right if we have to based on wind angle. We'll adjust and pull back in the mid to higher winds. And then it's going to be full max left, full OP. Should be a slower needle. And we'll try to hit perfect and see what happens. So we give everything at least one practice. Just to check needle speed, all that stuff. See how tough it is. But let's have a look at this hole 1 in practice here. All right, hole 1. Here we go. All right, we want to set up with the red to the rough. We want to give it all the top and the right. We want to assess our wind angle here for any movement. We are in yellow, which means we've got to move 0.1 ring right. So we're just going to do that. And then we want to adjust 8-1. 8-1 is a push-up of 0.2 rings. And then we're going to give it max OP and max left. And hit perfect. Have a look at that shot. See how close we are to the hole-in-one on that. Just missing a little bit left. So not bad. Hey, Swede. Thank you for the good luck. Glad you're here. So this shot doesn't really need dialed in. A little bit left on that, so we should probably try to straighten out our pull a little bit. I'm going to write down in my notes, slow needle, watch, wind angle for shift, and 12 o'clock pull. And that's pretty easy peasy right there. So we're going to go ahead and get after that live. All right, here we go. Live, hole 1. And we want to get our red ring right at the rough there. Max top to right. Let's check out our wind angle here. And we are in blue, which is shift 0.2 rings right. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to pull our 8-1. And 8-1 is a push-up of 0.2. We know that from last time. And then we just want to give it max OP, max left curl. Hit perfect. And let's have a look. Maybe we'll grab it this time. Oh, too far left. So we had to put a little 01 flick on it. So I'd say 12 o'clock pull is probably what we're looking for. But we will take an easy eagle any day of the week. And there we go. Let's look at hole 2. All right. Okay, so hole 2 is going to be a falcon play. We are going to, doesn't look like we're going to be using a perk, so we will be setting up this shot with the extra mile, and we want to make sure we got our falcon in our bag. And we will be setting up with my favorite ball, the Katana. And let's see, then we need a P10, side spin 4, win 10, top spin boost 6 ball. So let's see if we can find top spin boost 6. And we need 2. This one will work. Yeah, that one will work. Yep. Ugh, goodness. All right. So this shot is going to be played with the EM. Excuse me. EM Max Rest P4 white to the rough on the right hand side. Swap to the APOC Falcon bag. Give it 3 top, 2 left, and give it left spin based on wind angle, and then we want to give it max OP, max left curl. Our second shot will be a Falcon top white pin check. And then we will be lined up in the middle of the third dark column from the hole on the left at the edge of the rough with the inner ring by the rough. We'll then spin the ball guide about 1.5 squares through the hole, and we'll adjust based on table numbers. So let's have a look at this and see what it's like. Here we go. All right. Hole 2, Tommy, option 1 again. So we are going to be over here at max rest with the white on the edge of the rough. Going to swap to our Apocalypse with our Falcon bag. And then we're going to read the wind angle for side spin. So we are over there. So we're going to give it max boost and 1.8 side spin. We're going to adjust our 8-1. And then there is no push up. So it's just going to be max OP, max left. Little bit of shake. Oh, I hit a great right. Or great left, I mean. Let's see what happens. That could really ruin our day. Yeah, and it did. Alright, so great right's no good. Our great left's no good. We're looking for 415 to 422 out of that shot. So, can't be hitting great lefts. That's not going to work. I think I need to turn my graphics down to low too to be able to see. That's the wrong thing. To be able to see the wind angles. All right, so let's try it again here. All right, here we go. Okay, hole 2. EM, right hand side, white to the rough at max rest. So we want to be right there. We want to swap to our Falcon bag. We want to switch balls. And then we want to read the wind angle here. And we are in the 0.9. So 0.9 there. And we want to adjust 7.3. And then we want to give it max OP, max left. Hit perfect there. We're looking for 415 to 422 on the target yards. So let's see if we can get there. And we should roll right through that rough. Yep. And we are at 418, right in the middle. So top white pin check here. We are at 7. And then we want to line up here in this third row with our inner ring at the fringe, the edge of the rough. We want to spin the ball guide about 1.5 squares through. We were at +7, which is -3 to the table. So we're going to try to straighten out our pull here. And 7.3 is 5-0, so we're going to be moving 4-7. And then it's just center ball from there. And center cup drop. So really easy shot. I would say biggest thing, Tommy option 1. Perfect on drive needed. And then second shot, approach, setup spot, and ball guide through the hole. We might have had it a little far through the hole. It came in pretty hot. Perfect needed, and on the drive, wind angle for left spin. Ball guide through the hole, and then a 12 o'clock pull on that. So not really a difficult setup there. It's actually a pretty nice shot by Tommy. Couple key points that we need to pay attention to, but other than that, we should be able to knock that down again. Let's go ahead and see if we can do it. Going live. Oh, right. All right, and just right at the edge of the rough there. Swapping balls. Swapping clubs. And we want to see where we're at here. We are at 1.9 again. And we are adjusting 8 rings. And then max OP, max left. Hit perfect. And then we're looking for that that good roll out there right through the rough. 415 to 422. And we're at 417 this time. Top white pin check is +9. And then our spot we're setting up is right here with the green ring to the rough. We're spinning the ball 1.2 squares through. +9 is -1 to the table. So I want to make sure we got a nice good pull here. 7.6 is 5.2, so we're just going to pull 5.1. And then it's just center ball, no tweaks. That's a lot better speed. And we dropped to left side. So 2 for 2 drops. Left side drop would mean if we missed would be subtract 1 from adjustment. I think that was just pull angle though. But holes 1 and 2 in the books. Not a lot to dial in with those two. Tommy did a really nice job. All right, we got our first par 5 coming up here. We're going to be playing Tommy option 1. And these, the par 5s can get a little a little difficult, but so we want to make sure that we're really putting our focus into them. This is a drive distance shot for the approach, so I always write DD on my notes just that way I don't forget. And here's what we're looking at. We want a start with a P6 for the setup there. And then we're basically going to use a P6 side spin 4 plus win 10. I'm just going to go down here and grab our Titan to set initial spins. And then I'm going to look for a ball that has got a little bit more like a P8. Oh, sorry. Like a P8 side spin 4. Just to make sure I got a nice slow needle. Actually it says P10 is a nice slow needle. So let's find us a P10 side spin 4. Let's see what we got. We got 2 of those. We can try one. And we got 3 of those. So those can be our practice balls, and then we can grab a, if we feel like we need to, we can grab a bigger precision for the actual live shot. Hole 3, here's how it's going to go. P6 max rest, blue by the rough on the left-hand side. We're going to give it all the top spin and 2 left. We'll adjust 1 to 1, and then we'll put max OP no curl. You can swap to the extra mile Pioneer perk on this if you would like. Especially if you're using a P6 to 9 ball, as it'll take away the majority of the shake. Since we're using P10, it won't matter. The second shot is drive distance based, and then we're going to give it 1 top, 2 left, and we want the ball guide just through the hole, like just through the opposite side. We will adjust based on drive distance yardage. And then we'll be looking at wind angles for how much underpower we're going to use. Red angle on the left has got the full picture of the tree in it with the trunk and everything. That's going to be a circle break. Just the foliage on the tree right on to the right of that is going to be just before circle break. And then all the way to the right of that, where most of the shadow and a little bit of tree is, will be just before circle break -1. So really not a difficult setup here. Shouldn't be too hard to dial in, I hope. Let's have a look-see and go into practice. Alright, so we're going to be over here. We want to be at blue max rest right there. We want to get all the top, all the left spin. Then we want to swap balls here. We'll go with this one. And we want to adjust 8-4 as straight as we can there. And just give it max OP. As you can see at +5, super slow needle. Looking for 412 to 419 on the drive yards. So we're 414, which is +1 to the table. Now we are going to give this 2 left and 1 top. And we are going to line up with the ball guide just through the hole like that. But we want to be center cut. So just right there. We are +1 to the table, and according to the wind angle here, we are looks like just before circle break. 7-8 is 7-7, and then just before circle break up. And let's have a look at what happens here. Hey, thanks, Caitlin. Appreciate you. All right, so nice right side drop. We need to increase our 59 a little bit to get more middle cup. Let's have a look at that pull angle. So on the drive, slow needle. And then on the approach, ball guide, just through hole, and watch wind angle for up. So pretty easy piece of shot there. Nice drop first try, so we'll go live with it. Really nothing surprising. Pretty easy par 5. Good shot by Tommy here. See if we can go for drop number 3 there. It's going to be pull angle dependent. You're going to want to pull as 12 o'clock as you can on this. Clearly we had a little 59. A little 01. Wait. Yeah, clearly we had a little 59 on it. And so, or no, we had 01. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. All right, so blue, just to the rough there. All the top, all the left, swap balls here, and adjust. A nice straight pull if we can. There we go. And 8-2 this time. And then we're going to give it just max OP. Hit perfect. Looking at 412 to 419 on the drive yards there. .415's table numbers. So we want to. All right, and then we want to assess our wind angle here. 7-9, we are there. Circle break up. And let's see what happens with that. Just missed left. So our right. So we should have increased our 59. I really thought we had that pull straight. So let's go back and review. That's kind of a shit miss. 1 for 2. Let's go back and review our pull angle on the approach, and that's an easy shot. There's no reason you should miss this unless you're pulling bad, which, I'm still working on trying to straighten out my pull angle, so I very well could have had 01. The speed and everything's correct. The placement of the ball guide's correct. So there's really nothing that should have messed up that shot except for the pull angle. So Let's have a look. Yeah, I completely pulled 01. I had the right pull angle to begin with, and then I changed it at the last second. That is a bad habit of mine. Completely pulled 01 flick and lost the shot. So be mindful of the pull angle on that shot. Really pull noon, or you know, maybe even a slight 59 flick. So this next shot is going to be Tommy option 1. This shot will be made with the Thor's hammer. We are going to be going 2 top and 2 left. And then we want a P2, side spin 4, win 10 plus. So we're going to basically set up with the bullseye at the edge of the rough line with the ball guide through the hole after we set our spins. And then we are going to be giving it just before circle break as a base on the OP. And then depending on the wind angle, we will either add or subtract from that. So green is all the way on the left, has a single tree in it. Red is to the right of that. It has 2 trees in it and a shadow. Yellow to the right of that has a tree in the foreground, tree in the background. And blue all the way to the far right has no trees, just the beach, the grass, or the sand, the grass, and the road in the background there. So we need to find us, well, first we need a Thor's hammer. And then we can go down and grab ourselves any side spin 2 there. So we can use that ball. But we need something we can actually play with. So I'll use that ball. All right, so again, 2 top, 2 left, and bullseye by the edge of the rough line with the ball guide through the hole. The adjustment's custom adjustment, and just before circle break OP is our base. We will have circle break OP in the high wind on green, and that's it. So should be pretty easy as far as setup goes, stuff like that. The only thing that's going to be a little weird is getting the wind angle tweaks correctly with the just before circle break, -1, -2, all that crap. So let's have a look at it in practice mode here and see what we can do. So 2 left and 2 top. And we want to set up right at the edge of the rough with the ball guide. Right in center cup there. And then we want to swap balls. And let's see here. As far as the wind angle on this shot goes, we are in red. 8-2 is going to be 8-2 on adjustment. And this is going to be just before circle break. So come down to circle break and go up 1. And let's have a look at what happens here. And not enough. Not enough. We might have been. Pull angle's a little hard to judge. Not enough OP though. We died short, so gonna have a look at that again. Don't want to do that live. We're also kind of rushing there at the end, just trying to get it set up. So hopefully we will get it going. Let's give it another look here. You notice that it does come at the edge of the rough. So you really can't give it too much extra OP or you might miss the rough, and that would be an issue. Well, let's have a look. Yeah, consistent pull angles are tough, man. You know, it's just, you know, you got to be able to take your time. And if you can't take your time, you're going to end up with a bad pull. And, you know, that's, honestly, it's just, so, there we go. Every time I end up in the slightest bit of a rush, I fuck up the pull angle every single fucking time. It's irritating as shit. Because I'm still learning it. Alright, we are at yellow. And 8-4 is 8-4. And this is circle break. Just before circle break, -1. So just before circle break, -1 click. And let's see if we can get that to drop. Now, a lot better speed there. And we're missing way left. So, missing left. I'm going to have to look at the pull angle and see. It says if you're missing left, add 1 +1 to the adjustment. But I also want to look at the pull angle, see if I pulled weird. But that's practice number 2. We got one more try, and then we'll have to go live. So hopefully we can get it sorted out here. Let's see. Pull angle here. Problem with this setup that I don't really like is getting the exact spot with the ball to the hole, and then making sure you're on the very edge of that fringe, because you could be just a little bit off. Like right there, I'm a little bit to the left already, so that's a big bad thing there. And yeah, I'm pulling 0-1 again, so that's, you know, that's just too many things wrong at once, you know. So let's just break it down into the steps on this last attempt and make sure that we got it. So we want to be center cup. That's real important. And the ball guide should be, you know, 1.5 squares through the hole. So 2 left and 2 top hard. And we want to be right there. And then we want to pull a nice 12 o'clock pull. I don't know why I'm pulling this 0-1 nonsense. And we are actually in green, which is going to be just before circle break. 7-8 is 7-8. So pretty easy. And then just before circle break, down and up. And there we go. Now that pull angle looked better to me, and hopefully it is. Yeah, that's, see, there's the drop. So here we are. Option 1. Mind setup with ball guide 1.5 squares through. 12 o'clock pull, a must, and watch wind angle for OP. So yeah, like I was kind of thinking, the hardest part of this hole really is the setup. The second hardest part of this hole is the dang wind angles. So use your best judgment as far as that goes. I think he's on medium graphics for this hole, so I'm going to turn it on medium, see if that helps. And we're going live with it. Let me make sure I got my crap together first. And I do. Alright. So 2 top spin hard. 2 left spin. Set up in the right spot at the edge of the rough. 12 o'clock pull. Read your wind angle correctly. Do it. Here we go. Looking for drop number 3 out of 4. So, boom, boom. Alright, here we are. Alright. So that's pretty close. We want to be right there. And swap balls there. And let's get our pull angle nice and straightened out there. And we are looking in yellow. 8-0 is going to be 8-0. And then we want just before circle break -1. So come down to circle break, go up 1 and up 1 more. And there we go. And hopefully we can get that drop there. Got good speed to the hole. Boom, center cup drop. That's what I'm talking about. So again, keys to the hole. Really be mindful of that setup. Give yourself a practice. You gotta have that ball guide far enough through that hole, which means you gotta be on the very edge of that fringe. And then wind angles, medium graphics are important. And you know, when you give yourself a practice, look for key markers. The yellow angle I was in has 2 trees in it. It is the only wind angle with 2 trees in it. You know, red angle has a tree right in the front with a shadow under it. Green angle has a single tree and a shadow in front of the tree in the sand. And then blue angle doesn't have any trees in it. So, like, you know, figure something like that out that fits your brain, so you can figure out the right OP. But we came in there with good speed. We got the drop. That was a nice hole. Took us a second to figure out, but that's all right, you know. That's part of the game. So this next hole, par 4, we're going to be going to send it down to a thorn. So what we want off the tee, we're going to be set up with the Apocalypse and the thorn. But here's the thing with this shot. If you got it, swap to the Legendary Extra Mile. It's going to take away most all of the needle shake. This is a little bit of a shaky hole. Excuse me. This also is a no spin thorn shot, which I really like. One thing I can tell you that from my experience with Tommy shots on crosswind thorn shots, me and Tommy pull from a different perspective. So he pulls a little bit higher up than I pull a little flatter. So he pulls a little bit different. So I usually have to add +1 to the table to get the drop. That's just my experience with Tommy shots and crosswinds on thorn shots. So what I'm going to do to start, before I even take a practice shot, on my first practice shot, I will add 0.1 to the table, no matter what the check is. Just because I know myself, you know. I know these shots for myself. And that's part of getting used to a guide. We then need a what? P10, top spin boost 10, side spin 4. Don't think we have any side spin 4s, but this one here will work. Okay. So, all right. So here's the structure. At the P7 max rest, we want the blue on the right by the rough fairway. We want to give it max topspin boost and 2 right spin. We want to then adjust. We want to swap balls and give it the right and the topspin boost. We then want to adjust 1-to-1 and pull back or push up based on plus yards. And then we want to swap to the legendary extra mile to take that needle shake out of it, because we do have to hit perfect with a non-precision, so that'll help. We want to set spins with the APOC. We can set spins with EM9 and use a top spin boost 9 ball. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Yeah, I only got that one. It's got no precision, so not really going to make much of a difference anyway. So I'm just going to stick with the APOC spins. And then the thorn shot is going to be a top white outer fringe check with the ball guide going over the hole, setting up at no spin, tip of the ball guide, 1 cup short of the hole, so just barely short there. And then we'll adjust based on our check. And like I said, I'll be adding +1 to the table because I know I'm just used to these shots from Tommy and my experience. Try to save us a practice token. Let's see here. So Tommy option 1. It's going to be a send it to thorn. That's what we're looking for. So let's get after it in a practice here and have a look. All right, here we go. Hole 5 practice. All right, so you want to do all the steps with the APOC, including the push-up or pullback, before you swap to the legendary extra mile. So don't be trying to push up, pull back with that. So here we go. We are over here, and we want our blue to the right rough. We want to swap balls here, give it all of this and 2 right spin. And then we want to adjust based there. 7.5 is going to be 7.5. And we are at +18, which is no push-up or pullback. We'll swap to that legendary extra mile for stability. And then, as you can see, it's still a little shaky. Oh, wait. I never set my dang perk on. Well, I'm glad I hit perfect with that. Shit. I never set the perk on. That's funny. Okay, so where are we? 437 to 446. We're a little shy of the check. What I'm going to do is check with the P10. And we are 2 rings shy. So I'm swapped to my P9 here. We are 2 rings shy, and that's where we want to line up, 1 cup short. So, let's see, 2 rings is going to be +3 to the table, so +4 for me. 4-9, that's going to bring it to 5-3. And then just center ball and hit perfect there. And let's see if that drops for us. Yeah, center cup. So, like I said, I know myself with Tommy shots and crosswinds on the thorn. That's how it goes for me every single time. So I know from playing enough of these shots to add 0.1 to the table. So drive, swap to legendary extra mile. But you know what you got to do? You got to actually set up the perk or it doesn't help. There we go. So we got lucky and we hit perfect with a shaky needle, but All right, swap to the legendary extra mile. And then on approach, plus 0.01 to table. And then the setup should be, you know, the same. We were 5 yards short of the check, which ended up giving us plus 2 rings. So every 2 rings is plus 1 to the table. And so we were at 13. It would have been plus 3. And then I added my plus 1 for my own natural pull. You still don't have that perk yet, me either. Hey, thanks, John. Appreciate the good luck. Yeah, I don't have it on one of my accounts, and it's super freaking annoying. Honestly. All right, so if we get a drop, we go live next shot. So let's do that. Oh, wait, that's practice. There we go, live. We got our perk on this time, so hopefully life will be a little better as far as the shake goes. All right, so over here, blue to the rough line there. And then we want to swap to this, give it all the boost and 2 right. And then we want to give it a nice pull there. 7, 4. And now we want to swap to our legendary extra mile. Reduce that needle shake. Take away any curl. And hit perfect. And we're looking for 437 to 446. So I'd really like us to be up in those target yards. It looks like we'll get there this time. So I'm going to do my check with my P10 before I swap balls. We are at plus 3. So I'm going to swap balls now. And I'm going to set myself up 1 cup short of center cup there. That's actually a little far. There we go. We were at plus 3, which is minus 2 to the table. Which means if I'm doing my plus 1, then it's minus 1 to the table. 7, 7 is 5, 2. So we will be pulling 5, 1. And center ball. And hit perfect. And left side drop a little bit, but as you can see, my tweak works. So that's a great drop there. Now that's my personal tweak. You may not have that problem. You may pull a little different. But just know if you're missing left on that shot, add 1 to the table if you're missing left. Because the wind is blowing to the left. So, guys, it's been an hour. I'm going to take a quick smoke break, and then we'll get right back on it, okay? Just give me a second here. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for the break. What state am I in? I am in Knoxville, Tennessee, sir. I'm also in a state of confusion most of the time, in case you were wondering. All right, let's see. We're looking at the next par 5. We're going to be doing a Win 6 topspin boost 10 ball on the drive there. And then we're going to swap to a P4 side spin 3 plus Win 10. And looks like circle break right is going to be our curl. So going to be a little bit interesting to see how we have to do this. So he said, he's saying, we already know you're in a state of confusion. Yeah, I know. I don't think I have a lot of these balls, unfortunately. So, this may be one of those holes that we have to, like, just give it one practice and go. I got 2 of them. Yeah, that's all I got. Well, let's see. I got a P9. P9 would be a shakier needle, but yeah, I got a few of these P9s. P9 is going to be tiny to semi-shaky. So we'll practice with the P9 first. See how bad that is. And then we need a... based on landing position is what this is going to be. And based on landing position tells us the minimum power ball we need to make the shot. Landing position 0 to 17 is going to need a P10. And so I'm going to probably grab a P10 just off jump. Because that way I don't have to worry about swapping balls. All right. Let me get a drink of water here. All right, so setup on this is going to be Apocalypse to B52. We got that. We're going to set up with the P10 ball. And then we can swap to the P9 after adjustment. We are going to set up with the bottom of the red ring, bottom right of the red ring to the bunker at P10 max rest. We're then going to adjust, and then based on wind angle, we're going to push up and wind speed. So red angle is on the left. There's nothing but water. Yellow angle has a tree and water, and blue angle all the way on the right is just water right along the edge of the beach, kind of. Those are your wind angles there. We're going to be giving it max top spin boost, 0.5 right spin. And then after we adjust and swap balls, we'll give it max OP, max left curl. Hey, David. Gracie is taking a nap, but I'll tell her hello when she wakes up. And Miss Kira is at work today in her office, so just us. All right, we are playing Tommy option 1. And going to see if we can drop this par 5. So the setup for the second shot, we're going to have the inner ring by the top of the rough with the bullseye intersecting the first and second row left of the pin. And then we're going to spin the ball guide center cup clearly into the hole. We will then adjust and give it circle break right and see what happens there. Oh, my goodness, my back is hurting today. All right, so let's give this a practice and see what it looks like. See how shaky that needle is with that P9. And see if we got to go to the P10 when we go live. Perfect is probably going to be required here. So, all right, we are in practice mode and hole 6. Here we go. So setup is pretty simple here. We want to make sure we're set up right at the edge of that. All the top and half a right. 11-4, and we are in yellow. 11-4 here is the adjustment. And 11-4 push-up is 0.4. And now we're going to swap to that P9. And we're going to give it all the top, all this and all this. So a little shaky. And we got perfect. And so we're looking for 460 to 469. Got to get through that rough there. And we nailed it. 460 right at the bottom end. So we're going to swap to our P10 Precision. And we are going to set up right here. So we want to be right here with the green ring there. We want to spin the ball guide, obviously, into the cup. Plus 11 is going to be plus 5 to the table. So I want to try to straighten out that wind angle there. 7-7 is 8-1, so we're going to be moving 8-6. And then we are going to be giving it circle break right. And let's have a look. And just need the ball guide a little bit through the hole. But as you can see, that's center cup. So that's not a bad shot. Looks like a pretty droppable par 5 there. Be real mindful of your push-up because as you can see, we got to get through all of that rough. The P9 is fine. It's a little shaky. I'm going to go with the P10 live play. I feel good about the shot as it sits. Let's look at our pull angle on the approach. And I'm going to take some notes here on the drive. 12 o'clock pull. Mind. Wind angle for push up. And perfect required. On the approach. Ball guide. Well into hole. And let's look at that pull angle. So, see, we had the ball guide into the hole. I think we just needed a little more through than that. And look at the pull angle here. Yeah, pretty straight pull angle. So, 12 o'clock pull. And circle break right curl. All right, let's get after it. I like the shot as it sits. I don't think there's anything else to dial in. Just having that ball guide through the hole enough. We got that. Okay. So, let's give her a go and see if we can drop down this par 5 here. And I'm suggesting on the approach just to stick with a P10, just for safe, make it safe. And we are back in the same push-up zone. So push-up 11.3 is 0.4. And then all the AOP and all the left. And we got perfect again, so 460 to 469 is what we're looking for. And we're going to come out of that rough nicely. Should be a little better into the target yards there. And we are 462. So I am going to immediately swap to my P10 Precision and get myself in line here. And then I am going to spin that ball guide a little bit more through the hole. Plus 10 is going to be plus 4 to the table. So 7-3 is going to be 7-7. So plus 4 is going to be 8-1. And then we just want circle break, right curls. So and let's see if we can get that drop there. And no, we missed right. I think I had to click too much right curl. So Tommy option 6, over 2, mind, right curl. I really, so my instinct told me I had to click too much right curl, literally. And I have such a trouble listening to myself. I don't know why I do that, but I struggle. Like my brain said, that's a click too much right curl, and I couldn't make myself correct it. I don't understand that. So we're going to be playing with the next shot, hole 7 here. We're going to set up with the QB at P2 max rest. Wrong ball. And then we are going to be swapping to the rock. We need a P1 plus side spin 2 win 10. This is Tommy option 1. Yeah, I really struggle listening to myself. I really need to get away from that. I don't understand why my body or my brain is telling me, Jason, that is not correct, and I won't listen to myself. I don't get that. Alright, so here we are. 5 top spin, or 5 back spin, and 0.5 right. So what we want to do is actually grab ourselves the dart. And we want a backspin boost 2 ball. So backspin to get accurate spins set. So backspin boost 2. There we go. And I don't think I have a P2 backspin boost 2. I don't. Okay. So So here's what we'll do. We will set our spins with the backspin boost 2 and the dart. We will then swap to the P2 and push up to max rest, ball guide through center cups, swap balls, and swap to the rock. We'll then custom adjust, and we'll have circle drop OP as our base. And clicks a curl based on wind angle. The red is left of the tree with an umbrella and shadow. The yellow has the tree and a bush in it. And the blue on the right has shadows, umbrella, and a tree in the background. So this should go okay. It's just a matter of getting this set up correctly. So, yeah. Yeah, my finger didn't listen. Yeah, I got a real trouble with that. I wish I would knock it off. All right. So backspin boost 2 and 0.5 right. And we'll push up and swap to our P2 ball. We want to be at max rest with the ball guide through the hole all the way. Swap to our rock and swap balls there. We are going to assess our wind angle here. We are in, looks like we are in between red and yellow. 7.5 is going to be 7.4. And then we want just before circle drop, -1 click. So circle drop, just before, -1 click, and 1 click of right. And I'm out of time. Piece of shit. I'm on the wrong club. So we obviously need to hurry up on this setup here. Swap in there and swap in there. 8.3 and wind angle. So we are clearly in red. 8.3 is 8.3. And this is going to be circle drop OP. And we missed just left, so we need to increase 59. We'll have a look at our... Hey, thanks, Nate. Appreciate the good luck. We need to have a look at our wind angle pull there. We were pretty rushed because I wasn't set up. Have a look at it. Is that just going to be my putt? No. Okay. So here's the actual shot. Look at all the confusion because I'm on the wrong set of bags. Just a waste of freaking time. All right. So, and swap. And there we go. So middle of the hole, swap to our rock, swap balls. Now let's look at this pull angle. We missed left. Yeah, we were pulling a little 01. So we're going to want to straighten the shot out. I feel all right with it. It's fine. We're going to go live and get after it. Option 1. Ball swap. And hurry up. And 12 o'clock pull. And be mindful of wind angle. And also, we missed left because we forgot the 2 clicks of right curl. Gosh dang it. All right. Let me make sure I got my stuff set up correctly so we're not screwing around. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get after this shot here. See if we can get this drop Don't forget your clicks of curl. That's important. Hopefully we get yellow. Hey, Carrie, thanks for the good luck. So hopefully we can grab yellow angle here for the first time. That'd be nice. All right. All right, here we go. And swap, and swap. And let's make sure we're pulling a good angle here. 8-4, we are in red. 8-4 is 8-4. And this is just going to be circle drop OP. And nice center cup drop. There we go. So hole 7, like I said, 12 o'clock pull. Be mindful of your wind angles. Real important there. Hole 8, moving on. So let's have a look. So far, the only misses we've had are these damn par 5s. Okay. So we want to be P2 max rest, and we're going to want to use P8 ball, side spin 10 if we got it. So let's have a look. We're going to be setting up with the QB and the P2 ball. And then we want a side spin and P8 if we got it here. So let's have a look. P8, wind 10, side spin 10. Do we have it? We do. We got 3 of them there. Let's see what I got in the others. That's a negative Ghost Rider. 7 has a tiny shake. We could potentially use that ball, the Plectra, or we can use the skateboard ball. Let's see, what do we got for P9? Nothing in the P9 category. Nothing in the P10 category. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to set up at the quarterback at P2 max rest. Blue on the right to the fairway rough. We're going to be in the rough. We're going to give it 2.5 top and 5 left spin. Well then, I'll then swap to the sniper, APOC sniper bag, and we will adjust 1-to-1 and give it max left, max OP. Then we are going to set up a outer fringe check with the sniper. We're going to put our inner ring by the bunker in the rough, in line with the dividing line right of the cup. We'll then spin the ball into the hole, and we'll have two wind angles that matter. The middle angle has a tree right smack in the middle of it. That's 1 click of right. And the angle left of that is 2 clicks of right. It has no tree and mostly water and sand. So we'll do that. This is a par 4, so it's real important that we get this drop here. We're going to try the P7 first. It says it's tiny shaky, and see what it looks like. So here we go. Practicing hole 8. This is a shot designed by Paul. Option 1. Alright, so we want to be right there. I want to swap balls here. Give it all of that and 2.5 top. And then we're going to swap clubs. And Want to adjust our 1-to-1 there as best we can, as nice and straight. And there we go. And then max OP and max left. It perfect. Looking for a 328 to 332 on the drive yards. So we're kind of just coming around the corner here, trying to get out to a good look. 330 is good. So we're going to go up here real quick and do an outer fringe check at +3. We're going to line up right here with our bottom ring, inner ring to that. We're going to spin the ball just into the cup, center cup. And then we were at +3, which is table numbers. 7-3 is 5-4. And then we have the wind angle there. We are in red, so we need 2 clicks of right curl. So 1, 2. And we're going to hit a great left. You know, I haven't hit a great left all day, so it was bound to happen. Thanks, bro. Have a good day, David. Alright, so yeah, that first great left of the day had to happen eventually. We'd gone 7 holes without a great left, so well, you know, we got to do what we got to do, right? Alright, so we're going to take another practice at it. I'm going to actually swap to the P8. Just to give it a better look. We need the QB. And let's go ahead and line it up and take one more practice at it and see where we are. I believe this shot's pretty solid. Looks good. It's not a difficult drive or anything like that. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so we want the blue by the rough line there. Swap balls here, give it 5 and 2.5. Swap clubs. Adjust our 7, 9 here, and max OP and max left. And pretty slow needle there, so no reason not to hit perfect. This should roll out about the same. Yep, 330, so just a little bit in the middle there. And let's check our pin check. Our outer fringe check is +4. So we want to hurry up, get our spot lined up. Oh, look at that. I just about had it perfect. We want to spin the ball so it's just through the hole. +4 is table numbers. So let's have a look here. 8-1, we are in yellow. 8-1 is 6-2. And we want to give it 1 click of right curl. So we'll get it going there. 1 click. And let's have a look at that. Nice shot there by Paul. Center cup drop. Really easy shot. Slow needle on the drive. Slow needle on drive. Approach. Make sure your setup spot is accurate. Spin ball guide into hole. And then 12 o'clock pull and wind angle for curl, click of curl. So yeah, a really straightforward shot. Good shot by Paul here. Really easy to execute. Slow needle on the drive is pretty nice. I am going to go with the P7 for the higher precision on the live shot, which is why I tried the P8. So Let's go ahead and get after it and see if we can get ourselves another drop here. And we get out of here. Here we go. All right, let's make sure we got our stuff. Bam, 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 bam. All right, let's go. Here we go, live. All right. All right, looking for 328, 332. Should be right in there somewhere. 331. +3 is table numbers here. We are in yellow. 80 is 61. And so that's just going to be one click right curl there. Oh my God. Shit pisses me off. I think I had too much curl. It's so irritating to get the dang drop in practice and just blow it live. God dang. All right, this second shot is going to be this last and final shot by Paul is going to be a par 5. We are going to set up with a P6 ball. We're playing APOC to cat. So we need a top spin boost 5, side spin 4 ball. And then we need a P6. Alright, so we're going to set up at P6 max, blue by the right rough. We're going to give it all the top spin boost, all the right spin adjust 1-to-1. Give it 0.7 ball right curl and circle drop OP. With the cat, we are going to line up with the red ring by the rough fairway line in the rough and the bullseye with the bunker edge and the tree behind it. We're then going to spin the ball guide through the hole just barely, and we will have 3 wind angles to contend with. The middle wind angle will have the tree in it. The left wind angle will have the umbrellas, and the right, far right wind angle will have the 2 smaller trees. So main focus here is going to be clicks of right curl. So let's get after it here and wrap this up for the front 9. 3 misses that were just shouldn't have been missed really at all. So really high score possible here with this guy. Just a really good guide. No reason to shoot under -18 in my opinion at all. So let's try to get this drop here and shoot our -18 here. So we want to swap balls here and all of that. We are on our right bag. So we are going to zoom out a little bit for the adjustment here. 8, 3. And then we're giving it 0.7 ball and circle drop. And we're looking for 416 to 420. And 421 will work. And so now this is based on landing position, right? So what we really want to do here is line up this first. And that is not the right spot. Right here. Sorry. Red ring by the rough. Want to spin the ball guide. We are not in the right spot still. Right there. And then we are at plus 14, which is -1 to the table. And we are actually in a blue. 7-6 is 6-7, so we're gonna go 6-6, and this is a no change angle, and let's see what happens here. So I missed just left. We need to add 0.1 to the adjustment. Let's see. Good luck with us later. Slight headwind, tiny L1 flick caused it to go left. I hear that. For our pole, we made an add +1. Yeah, that's what it said in the guide, and probably what I'll do. So first off, the setup on this is not the edge of the green. It is the edge of the sand trap and the tree behind it on the second shot. Oh my God, I went live. Oh, that pisses me off. Well, there you have it, guys. Sorry, I didn't get to dial in the last hole. Not a bad start, I guess. We missed 4 drops. All 3 par 5s and a par 3. So definitely could be way better. Sorry about that last hole. I didn't realize I went live. It seems to happen every once in a while to me. But yeah, it's still not a bad front. We'll take it for a first look dial-in for sure. So we will work on the back 9 tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and you like the content, please do. If you are able, please consider donating to the channel. Helps keep me in balls. And as you know, they got that Precision 9 coming out tomorrow, so you know I need to get some of them. I appreciate you guys always. Thank you for being here. And I hope you all have a blessed day. We'll be back later after lunch to do Boris Front 9. So I will talk